Good morning, my dear students, and welcome back to Max online class. Dear students, hope that all of you are fine at your homes. Stay safe at your home. Dear students, today we are going to discuss the remaining questions of exercise 19.1. We have completed up to 12th question and 13th question we are doing now. I am going to read this question. The question is 13th question. If the base of a right angular triangle is 6 cm and hypotenuse is 10 cm, find the area of that triangle. Here in this question, the base is given, that is 6 cm, and hypotenuse is given, that is 10 cm. We want to find out area. Area of the triangle is equal to half into base into height. We need the base and we need the height. This perpendicular distance we need. But it is not given in the question. How to find out the height? In a right angle triangle, if we know the hypotenuse and if we know the base, we can find out the height by using the formula hypotenuse square, root of hypotenuse square minus base square. Then we use that formula and find out the height. Then after finding the height, we will find the area of that triangle. So listen here, area is of the triangle is equal to half into base into height. And the base is equal to 6 cm. Here we know that base is 6 cm and hypotenuse that is given 10 cm. Therefore, height is equal to root of the hypotenuse square minus altitude square or base square. That is equal to root of 10 square minus 6 square. That is equal to 10 square 100 minus 6 6 are 36. That is equal to root of 64. Root of 64 means 8 centimeters. So height is equal to 8 centimeters. If we know the height, then we can find out the area. Therefore, area is equal to half into base is 6 into height is 8. That means here 3 8s are 24. That means area is equal to 24 centimeter square. So the area of this triangle is equal to 24 centimeter square. So students, here we have given the hypotenuse and we have given the base. So using hypotenuse and base, we found out the height, and after finding the height, we found the area of the triangle. Look at the 14th question, not 15th question, 14th question. The ratio of the base to height of a triangular field is 3:1. One triangular field, its shape is triangle shape. The ratio of base to height is 3:1. If the cost of cultivating the field at 28 rupees per square meter is 9,450 rupees. Total cost of cultivating the field is given. Cost of cultivating the field means how we get that cost of cultivating the field? We get the cost of cultivating the field by multiplying the area of the field with the cost per unit. Here cost per unit is 28 rupees. And with the 28 rupees area is multiplied, then we get total cost. That means 9,450. So this 9,450 is the product of area and cost per unit. And cost per unit is given, total cost is given, but area is not given. So from total cost, if we divide the cost per unit, then we get the area. And that area is equal to half into base into height. And then by using that formula, we can find out half base into height. That means base and height we can find out. So here the question is, the ratio of the base to height of a triangular field is 3:1. If the cost of cultivating the field at 28 per meter square is 9,450 rupees, find the base and height. So in order to find the base and height, we must know what is the area. Then we apply that ratio of base to height in the formula of area, and then we find out the height and the base. So look at student how to solve that. Here the ratio of base to height is equal to 3:1. Therefore base we assume 3x and the height is equal to 1x, that means x. Cost of cultivating the field, that is given. Cost of cultivating the field is equal to area into cost per unit. That is given. That is how much? 9,450. That means 9,450 rupees is the area of cost. Means area into cost per unit. And cost per unit is given, that is 28 rupees. So area into 28 rupees. Area into cost per meter. 28 rupees is cost of cultivating. Cost of cultivating is given 9,450. So we divide that. Therefore, area is equal to 9,450 divided by 28. We can divide here in one side. 9,450 divided by 28. That is equal to 3. 3 8s are 24, 84, then 10, 105. There are also 4 times. Three times 84. $210. Eight times. Seven times. 7 8s are 56. Remainder 5. 196. Means 40. Again we continue. 140. 5 times. 5 times. That means it is equal to 337.5 area is equal to meter square. So we got area is equal to 337.5. So area is equal to, that means half into base into height is equal to area, that is equal to 337.5. That means half into base is equal to 3x into x, height is equal to x is equal to 337.5. That is equal to half into 3x into x, 3x square is equal to 337.5 meter square. Therefore, x square is equal to 337.5 divided by 3 into 2. So we can cut 3 2s are 6, 3 5 7 means 112.2, that is equal to 225. So here we got the x square is equal to 225. Then what is x value? If x square is 225, what is x value? X square is equal to 225. Therefore, x is equal to root of 225. That is equal to 15. We calculate the root of 225. 225 by 3. 3 7s are 21 and 3 5s are 75. Again by 3 25. By 5 5 and 5. Here 2 3 group and here 1 we take and here 1 5 we take. 3 5s are 15. So x is equal to 15. X means what? That is base. Height is equal to, therefore height is equal to x, that is equal to 15 meter, and base is equal to 3x, that is equal to 3 into 15 is equal to 45 meters. So the base is height is 15 meter and base is 45 meter. That's the answer of this question. So students, I think you understood that. Students, look at the next question, 15th question. I will read the question. If the base of a triangular field is 840 meter and its altitude is 550 meter, find the cost of reaping the field at the rate of 2500 per hectare. Students, here the base and height of a triangular field is given and we must find out what's the cost of reaping the field. Reaping the field means collecting any crop from the field. crop is planted in the area of the field. Therefore, in order to find out the cost of reaping, we need what is the area of that field. So area of the field we have to find out, and then we multiply by cost per unit. Then we get a total cost of reaping. So base and height is given. Using that we can find out the area, and that area we multiply by the cost per unit. So what is the cost per unit? 2500 per hectare. 1 hectare 2500 rupees. But we have calculated the area in meter square. Then 1 hectare means how many meter square? That you should know. Students, 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 meter square. Then how many hectare is that field? That meter square we have to convert to hectare by dividing the area by 10,000. Then we get that in hectare. Then multiply by cost per unit. So here, look at the question here. The area of the field is half into base into height. Half into base into height, and base is given 840. That means one side of if the base of triangular field is 840 meter. So base is equal to half into base is equal to 840 meter, and the height that is given, the height is equal to 550 meter. That is equal to, here we cut is equal to 420 into 55. 42 into 55 we multiply 5 to 10. That means 2,31,000. 2,31,000 meter square. That is the area of that field. But this area we have got in meter square, but here cost per unit is 2,500 rupees per hectare. 1 hectare 2,500 rupees. That's the cost of reaping. So this 2,31,000 meter square means it is how many hectare? 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 meter square. Therefore, 2,31,000 meter square. How many hectare? We divide it by 2,31,000. We divide by 10,000. 4 digits before we place the point. That means it is 23.1 hectare. That's the cost. And cost of reaping, this is. Therefore, cost of reaping is equal to total how many hectares? 23.1 hectare. That means 2,31,000 meter square is the total area. That we change it to hectares. That we get 23.1 hectare into 2,500. So we multiply 3.1 into 2,500. We multiply by 25. 1 5s are 5, 5 3s are 15, and 5 is 10 plus 1 11. 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, and 2 2s are 4. So 5, 7, 7, 5. 1 0, 2 zeros we place. That, and how many digit point? Here 1 digit before point. So it will be rupees 57,750. 57,750 rupee is needed for a cost needed for reaping that field. So here, students, using base and height, we found out the area, and then we multiplied that with the cost per unit. But cost per unit is in hectare, and the area is given in meter. Therefore, this meter square we changed to hectare. Then we got 23.1 hectare, and that we multiplied by the cost per unit. Then we get a total cost of reaping that field. So students, this exercise is finished. Now we move to 19.2 exercise. But before that exercise, we will learn some formulas of different figures, area. Dear students, in 19.2 exercise, we are going to learn some new formulas, that is about parallelogram and rhombus. The perimeter of parallelogram. You know that in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. That means this is length and this is taken as breadth. These opposite sides are equal, just like a rectangle. So the perimeter means length of 4 sides. 2 length, this 2 length and 2 breadth we can see here. That means the same formula, that is perimeter is 2 into length plus breadth, a rectangle, and the parallelogram In order to find out the perimeter, we use the formula 2 into length plus breadth. That means 2 into the measurement of two adjacent sides. Sum of the measurement of sum of the length of two adjacent sides. Two adjacent sides we can call length and breadth. That is why it is written length plus breadth. And its area is into base into height. Base, this is a perpendicular distance from opposite side to the base, that is called the height. So base into height, if we multiply this base and height, then we get the area of that parallelogram. That is, and next rhombus. A rhombus, you know that it is a figure with all sides equal, just like a square. The length of all sides are equal in a rhombus. Therefore, its perimeter is equal to length of four sides. As all sides are equal, then four sides are there, 4 into side, and then we multiply, then we get the total length of the boundary, that means perimeter. And the area is equal to this downside part is called a base, and the perpendicular distance, this distance from the opposite side, that is called the height. So base into height. Here also the formula to find out the area of a rhombus is base into height. And if diagonals are given, then we use the formula half into d1 into d2. This is d1 and this is d2. Diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. Then we get the area of the rhombus. Sometimes in questions, instead of base and height, diagonals will be given. At that time we can find out the area by using this formula half into d1 into d2. These are the formulas that we are going to use in this exercise. So everybody study this formula. Now we move to the 9.2 first question. One side of the parallelogram is 1 meter 20 centimeter. One side of the parallelogram is given, that can be base, and the distance from opposite side is 80 centimeter. Distance from opposite side means that is height, and the height is 80 centimeter. Find the area of the parallelogram. So area of the parallelogram is equal to base into height. So already it is given, base is equal to 1 meter 20 centimeter, that is equal to 1.2 meter, and height also given 80 centimeter, that is equal to, when we convert to meter, it is equal to 0.8 meter. So base and height we know, therefore area is equal to base into height. 1.2 meter into 0.8 meter, that is equal to 0.96 meters square. That is the area. So I think this is a simple question. I think you understood this question. Next question is second question. The difference in the length between two adjacent sides of a parallelogram is 5 centimeter. If the perimeter of the parallelogram, that means one parallelogram, its adjacent side. Adjacent side means base and height. The difference of that adjacent side is 5 centimeter. And perimeter, total 4 side length, that is 58 centimeter. Find the measure of its side. We have to find the measure of its side. So the difference between adjacent side is 5 centimeter. Suppose if we assume that this base is x centimeter, then height is that means length is x centimeter, then breadth is x plus 5 centimeter. Or if we assume the breadth as x, if breadth as x, then length is equal to x plus 5. Why we have written x plus 5? Because it is told that the difference between these two sides is equal to 5 centimeter. That means one side is 5 centimeter more than another side. Therefore, when they subtract, we get 5. If one side is 5 more than other side, then only the difference between the two sides will become 5. So we assume breadth is x and length is x plus 5, and the perimeter is given. Perimeter is 58 centimeter. The perimeter is equal to 2 into length plus breadth. The length we assumed and breadth also, breadth we assumed and length also we assumed. Therefore, here let breadth is equal to x. We assume breadth is equal to x, and length is equal to x plus 5 because one side is 5 centimeter more than another side. Then only their difference will become 5. And the perimeter is equal to 2 into length plus breadth, that is equal to 58 meter. That means 2 into length x plus 5 and breadth x. 2 into x plus 5 plus x is equal to 58. That means 2 into x plus x, 2x. 2x plus 5 is equal to 58. Therefore, 2x plus 5 is equal to, this 2 we take to another side, then it will become division, that is 58 by 2, that is equal to 29. 2x plus 5 is equal to 29. 2x plus 5 is equal to 29. Therefore, 2x is equal to 29 minus 5, that is equal to 24. Therefore, x is equal to 24 divided by 2, that is equal to 12 centimeter, 12 meter. Meter or centimeter. It is 12 centimeter. So x value we got, that is 12 centimeter. X means what? It's base. Sorry, it's breadth. Therefore, breadth is equal to x is equal to 12 centimeter and length is equal to x plus 5. That means 12 plus 5. That is equal to 17 centimeter. 12 centimeter and 17 centimeter is the length and breadth of that parallelogram. So, students, I think you understood this question. These two questions. Now we move to third question. Let's look at third question. The measure of one side of a parallelogram is 12 centimeter. That means one side measurement is given, that may be base, and its area is 204 centimeter. Area is given 204 centimeter square, and find the distance of the given side from the opposite side. Distance of the given side from the opposite side means it is a height. That means base and area given, we want to find out the height of that parallelogram. Parallelogram area is equal to base into height. So here, one side base is 12 centimeter, area base into height is equal to 204 centimeter square. Therefore, distance from opposite side, that is equal to height is equal to area by base. That means 204 divided by 12. Then we divide 12, ones are 12, 8, 84. 7 12s are 84. That means it is 17 centimeters. So the distance from opposite side, that is equal to height is equal to 17 centimeters. So students, I think we will close today's class here. One question I am going to give you, the question that is question 4 of 19.2, that is a homework. The base of the parallelogram is thrice its height. Base is equal to thrice of height. So height we assume x and base is equal to 3x, and the area is given 675 centimeter square. Then find the measure of base and height. So area is equal to x into 3x. That means 3x square. 3x square is equal to 675. Therefore, x square is equal to 675 divided by 3. Then we get x square. Then find the root of that. Then we get x value. Then you can find out its base and height. So that's a homework for you. You do that homework. And fifth one also a homework. One of the diagonals of a rhombus is 11.6 meter. Area of the rhombus is 49.3 meter square. Find the length of other diagonal. So area is given and one diagonal given. We want to find out other diagonal. So area formula is equal to half into d1 into d2. Half into diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. So half into diagonal 1 into diagonal 2 is given, that is 49.3 meter square, and one diagonal is given. So you divide that 49.3 area divided by diagonal 1 and multiply by 2, then we get the length of other diagonal. So this fourth question and fifth question, they are homeworks for you. So, you do that at your home. So students, it is time to wind up. Now we close the class, and I wish you all a happy day.